Ready Check Radio. What's up, Internet? It's Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. That means here on Ready Check Radio, it's time for the Relic Grind, Final Fantasy XIV Square Enix podcast, where we talk about all things Final Fantasy XIV and Square Enix. On a podcast, I'm your host, Mike Byrne, a.k.a. Magic Man, as always. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you checking in here for episode 152? 32?
It's high. It's up there.
Yeah, 152, episode 152. We appreciate you checking in, watching it on YouTube, listening on Audible, Spotify, all that usual stuff. While you're there, give it a like, a subscribe, thumbs up, all the stuff that feeds the algorithms, and most importantly, tell a friend. If you get a chance, stop on by, Twitch TV/Ready Check Radio. You can head on over to the website right there, readycheckradio.com. Doesn't matter if you spell it the right way or the wrong way. You'll get there, and you'll see the backlog of all of our shows and all the socials, so you can catch up and hang out with us live, chime in with your opinions. Joining me today to go over all the fun stuff, Mr. Chris Montoya, a.k.a. Tarkoth. What's up, boss?
Greetings, programs. It's been a heck of a week. I'm happy to be here. And FanFest info.
Yeah.
Hype.
Yeah.
Let's get our tickets, right?
Yeah, we're gonna start off with that in just a minute. Get everybody's take on the fan festivities for Final Fantasy XIV. But before we do that, let's introduce this dapper gentleman here from over the pond, Paul Berlin, a.k.a. Flynn. What's up, boss?
Hey, really, now one time a year that we're all on the same day doing the show.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. Just for a little bit.
In the future for once.
Just for a little bit. We all get to be in the same date. But yeah, I mean, Tark, you kind of led off with it already. We have FanFest information for Final Fantasy XIV as far as its North American presentation. FanFest 2026 in Anaheim. Remember, it is a new location this year. And there will be the typical application process that they've historically done in the past. So if you want to go, you really, really, really want to have an active sub. And then go ahead and sign up because you kind of get lottery picked first. And then all those invites go out and you have a chance to buy them. So what are the time periods you need here? Well, the application period is open until, November 2nd.
Yeah, Sunday.
And then Monday, November 9th is when they'll actually lottery pick from those that register interest. Now, you don't have to pay right now if you're unfamiliar with this process. If you happen to get selected, then they will send you the ShowClicks link, and you can go pay for your tickets, and you'll have to do that within like 2 days, right? They pick them on the 10th. You have to buy them by the 12th, and then the general sales period for any tickets left over will open up on the 14th. You can purchase 2 tickets for 1 link. So if you've got a group... Go ahead, Tark. You're just 2. So like if you got a group like Tark, the year you went, you guys like all had you had a big free company going. You all had to like collaborate to get tickets for each other.
Yeah, and some people didn't make it, unfortunately. And some cliques were like, well, we're taking care of our little clique here first. Thankfully, my clique got two lottery picks, so we took care of our little group, and we're like, oh, so sorry. I didn't have any more for anybody else.
Yeah.
But it was a group thing, I swear.
I've never been. It's always weird with FanFest. It always ends up like a weird date range that doesn't quite work for me. So it's just like I've never been. And so I was thinking about going to this one. I did sign up. I assume both of you've signed up too, right? Well, I mean, if not you, Flynn, you're going to wait for yours overseas there. But Tark, you signed up.
Flynn needs to do that. And if he gets a lottery, then you need to... help a brother out.
I don't have a North American account.
Yeah, he's got to have the North American account, right? So yeah, I did sign up. I mean, I don't know if I'll actually buy one or go. I still have to take a look at the dates and see if it works and everything. But it'd be nice to attend at least once. But there are a few things that I wanted to ask both of you about. One, let's just get this out of the way first because it seems to be something that a lot of people are batting back and forth, and that's the ticket price. The ticket
seems
price
higher.
is $250 USD for the ticket itself. After fees, it ends up being about $265, and that's before any sales tax or any taxes that apply for your area. So $265 plus applicable taxes. And I've seen kind of arguments on this one online both ways, Tark. In the past, the tickets were about $200. So this is obviously just an increase right off the bat. We've also had, inflation be a little more detrimental to the USD. Some policy changes that have been a bit detrimental to the value of the USD. And then, of course, it's a different location as well. So there's a lot of differences that go into trying to compare the ticket price. But did it come in where you expected it? Were you a little sticker shocked by the price when you initially gut reaction saw it? What was the first take?
First take was a little sticker shocked. I was like, "Oh, that feels like it's more." And yeah, it is a little bit more. It not being in Vegas though, I'm feeling better about it. I liked the Vegas trip. I didn't like the timing of the Vegas trip. It was just so damn hot out. So for it to be in California, yeah, I'm feeling okay with it. Dollars are in the wallets a little bit tighter because of everything that's been happening, but it's a luxury thing. If you really want to go, you're gonna find a way to do it. So yeah,
and you're getting a multi-day event. There's performances, not just the panels and the stuff you expect to see as far as announcements go, but there's the concerts as well. There's the goodie bag. Like there's a lot that goes into that. It's not just general admission. Although you are going to a con, so maybe load up on some vitamin C before you go, and don't be patient zero, please. Like last year's.
Have a shower before you go in.
Yeah, exactly. When you first saw the price, and again, I mean, yours will be slightly different when it's announced, I'm sure, and we'll compare it to USD pricing then to see exactly how different. But Flynn, what did you think when you first saw the pricing announcement?
I was trying to remember what it was for the London FanFest. I think it was around £180, which is $240.
So it would have been about
USD.
it would have been about 220, 230 at the time.
Yeah, so I don't think it's too bad. From what I've heard, Anaheim's a bit bigger as a convention center, right?
Yeah.
It depends on how much space they reserved, because
it depends which hall. But I did have a look at how much Anaheim charges per day, and it's in the tens of thousands per day. So it sort of makes sense if they say, for argument's sake, 70, 80 grand to rent it out without them bringing in equipment, staff, and everything else. It sort of makes sense just to make it feasible, even if they are expecting more people to be there.
And of course, none of that obviously takes into account that most attendees are going to have to book travel of some type, right? Whether that's rental cars, taking a really long Uber, a flight, and then of course lodging with hotels. Now, it is in April, so you do have quite a bit of lead time, and I like that they're getting the ticket sales out of the way now in November, so that whether you have a ticket or not. And they've always done this, so I do give them the credit for this, where there's usually a pretty big period of time between ticket sales being closed and then the event itself. So you don't, unlike the way they handle Final Fantasy TCG, where sometimes you're scrambling to figure out if you can get a flight in 9 days. I do appreciate the way they're doing it here. It always seems pricey to me. Most cons do, though, right? It's just... Yeah. Everything's so freaking expensive. When I saw the price, and I think I was with you, Tark, where initially I was like, that seems like a lot more than I remember it being. And I would just vaguely have remembered how much it was because I didn't go. So I was like, man, so I had to go back and look it up. And I was like, oh, well, with inflation and some of the decisions by the administration, and it's actually, in the new venue, like, it's probably not that bad. If you were okay with it at 200, then you should probably be okay with it at 250. But yeah, still a little sticker shock. I do have to ask this though. Generally speaking, we see in the North American one in particular, very few tickets actually hit for general sale. There have been years, Tark, where they're just gone. There is no general sale.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think is going to happen this year as far as that? I mean, obviously, you'd kind of be foolish not to acknowledge that the game is on a little bit of a downturn population-wise, and whether you attribute that to design decisions or, hey, just the general lull in between expansions or in between major patches. Like, we can skip that for a minute, and whether you think it's an unusual decline or a greater than normal decline or setting that aside, I think that we've talked before. It's obvious there's a decline in the player base right now. Whether that will stay when the next patch drops, we'll see. But do you think there's enough of one that you could see some tickets hit the general marketplace, Tark?
That's a great question. I want to say no. I think it's just such a big event. And if it was every year, I would say yes. Like, I think BlizzCon had some issues where, like, because it was happening so often. I don't think that's going to happen here. I think there's still going to be very few general tickets just because of the rarity. It's just every other year. This is almost 3 years now. So I'm going to say no. There's just not going to be a lot, I think.
I think there's something to be said, too, for the type of... Takal said in chat that, like, if you were interested in FanFest, an extra $50 isn't going to stop you. And that's probably true in most cases. But I think if we take that same kind of concept, Flynn, a step further, right? If you were already interested in going to FanFest, you are likely somebody that is still actively playing and not part of that downturn in the global population of the game.
Oh, definitely. But you'll also have the people who see it as my FC is quite large. We're all over the country or around the world. This is a chance for us to try and meet up in person and do things. And obviously we got big new shiny things and new jobs and all that kind of enticements that we get with
we got class changes that aren't class changes.
Yeah. Probably get new shiny things and that's
whatever the hell that ends up meaning. We've got class changes that aren't class changes. Yeah, I don't know. It being in April, that's kind of the beginning of FFTCG's competitive season, of which I'm usually highly involved and busy in. And in the Pittsburgh area, at least in the last 2 seasons, we've kind of led off with some of the initial local qualifiers being in our area, one of which I was running the opening weekend of them. So I don't know. I did sign up. We'll see what happens. Tark, maybe I can help you get one if nothing else.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, or vice versa.
I'll keep you in mind. I'll keep you in mind.
Absolutely. I keep you in mind.
We need you both go so we could do Relic Grind live from FanFest.
There we go. There we go. There we go. We'll both go and just do it live from the show floor and ask Yoshi P if he could please quiet down. We're doing a podcast.
Exactly.
We're doing a podcast for 100 people on YouTube. Could you please be quiet, Yoshi?
Yeah.
You just drive coaching balls into the show, you'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll just be on stage. We'll have a stage presence. Yeah. That's fine.
Hey, we've had a lot of fun looking at crossovers that Final Fantasy XIV has been doing, and love it or hate it. Yeah, here's another one from. Yeah, I know you don't like these. I saw somebody with a picture of the alcohol in their store on on a discount table. That was like, could you please buy these? But so this is from Shuamura. This is a makeup line. Final Fantasy XIV crossover. Your Crystal Beauty Quest begins with Shuamura and Final Fantasy XIV Online. Guided by friendly Moogles, answer Mother Crystal's call and search for limited edition crystal shimmers and glazed textures. Level up your beauty gear, form a party with fellow beauty adventurers, and discover looks worthy of a hero.
And each one of these comes with a in-game code for a cosmetic. I'm kidding, but I wouldn't put it past them.
I mean, I'm really glad it doesn't come with a minion code. because I would fucking own Final Fantasy XIV makeup.
Well, you just buy it for the wife. That's the excuse.
Yeah, just buy it, give it to my wife, give it to my daughter. Hey, here's the eyelash curler W. Legitimately a thing.
I'm just going to take this code, though. I'm going to go over here.
It creates a smoothly sculpted curl featuring the innovative double-edged top plate separated by a subtle height gap. And it's literally an eyelash curler with a Moogle keychain attached to the bottom.
That's all this.
So dumb.
For the low price of, what was that, $27?
Yeah. So I say it's dumb, but it is one of those things, right? Like, I have bought dumb Final Fantasy XIV stuff, and I can, like, make a little more light of this because I'm not going to be buying makeup. But then I can't fault somebody on the other side that's like, oh, I love makeup. I love Final Fantasy XIV. This is great. And them making fun of me for owning the cookie boxes, right? Like, so it's turnabout is total fair play.
Cute things, and I know if I showed her this, he'd be like, "Can you get them?"
My daughter would probably, my wife too, probably. But like, if I showed them like the eye sculpt palette or the cleansing oil boxes or those like what do they call them here? The lip gloss thingies or the Care Nudes, whatever the hell they're called, with the Moogles on. Like, they would absolutely be like, yeah, I have to have that. There's fucking Moogles on it.
All we need now is Square Enix to do a frozen food range, and then you can just get everything Final Fantasy XIV related and not get anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
It is one of those things, though, that like if you have gripes with the game and you feel like they're not taking the direction you really want them to, or like that you think the audience as a whole, like things like this, I could see why they kind of irk you, because they're like, just getting that payday, just getting that payday.
Just thinking, Square is just doing way too much of slapping Final Fantasy in general on anything.
Yeah,
anything.
I get it. Hey man, make a few bucks. I'm not begrudging you making your money.
Yeah,
but you also got to deal with the criticism that might come with that too, right? You've got to be okay with that.
Yeah, instead of doing all the R&D on this random crap, invest in the game, whether it's a new engine, more staff, or something that we need.
Well, how about this? We'll put something in the game for you, Flynn.
Oh no,
you want something in the game? Fine. We'll give you something in the game.
But are you going to keep your original promise on it?
Next November 6th, you're going to get some new stuff. Well, okay, let me backtrack. You're going to get some stuff. Let me take the word new out of that. As the Final Fantasy XIV Fall Guys collaboration returns. So it is identical to all previous versions of said Fall Guys event. If you've already completed the quest during previous events, then you may immediately just pick up where you were, and after it's ended, it will be held as a special event at irregular intervals. I think this is, the third time we've seen it? There was the initial launch, and then one in, like, 2003-ish, and now we're seeing it again. Same trailer, same prizes. Is it the fourth? Something like that.
They have it at the bottom of the actual page.
Yeah, third or fourth time, so
yeah, it'd be the fourth.
Not going anywhere.
But where's the original promise of new maps?
What do you mean?
When they originally announced it, they said, we'll update this over time with some new games to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's only 6 years old.
Yeah. Give it 10 years when Fall Guys doesn't exist anymore. We collaborated again.
I actually really like this event. I mean, I'm throwing a little bit of shade on it just because it is the same exact thing from top to bottom. Even the advertising trailer for it was the same trailer that they have used every single year. They didn't even like do a new cut or anything like that. So it does feel like lazy, just turn on and off the switch. But all MMOs do this, right? There's a certain subset of events and holiday events that we get lucky, right? When you look at, the Rising and other events where it is different every year for us. And a lot of MMOs don't have that. So I am going to throw a little shade that this one just feels particularly lazy and just turning the switch on and off. But I can also appreciate when they're not the same, right? The Halloween quests, they always differ. And Yeah, whatever. So yeah, if you don't have your title, you can go after it. Or if you, for some reason, still don't have the mount, you can go after that as well.
Minions.
Just expect people to cheat.
Slam.
Yeah, oh yeah, expect people to cheat. You remember the year it came out? There were just people flying. Literally, the timer started and people flew. And you were like, wait, how is that possible? Yeah, hacks.
Oh,
That's how. That's how. That's how. Hacks. All right, let's move on, gang. And thought it'd be a good week since we had some Final Fantasy XIV news, but not a ton of it, to do one of our favorite pastimes here. And Flynn, I think this might be the first time you've done this. But Tark, Flynn, is this the first? Might be. But Tark, you and I have done this multiple times where we saw it on Reddit. So it's where we scour through.
For me.
We scour through Final Fantasy XIV's Reddit, finding some funny things, nifty things, goofy things, and just bringing them here to share them with you. So I've got this one first. Whoops. I got to get rid of that. This is you've seen playing Final Fantasy XIV on a Steam Deck. Well, Cragwolf, courtesy of Reddit, has done it, and in their words, I have done it. This may possibly be the worst way to play Final Fantasy XIV ever made possible. And if you're wondering, yes, that is Final Fantasy XIV apparently running on a Nintendo DS, Tark. So if you needed even fewer buttons to play the game, here you go.
Fewer buttons and short battery life, because I'm sure that just churns through the battery. Probably awful.
My favorite part of this is the chat box, where all you can see in it is so the initial system message came up upon login.
Yeah. 2 lines.
But all you can see is the words details and then https://sqex.to/ and 5 letters. That's all you can see of the entire system message.
You're not going to see a raid macro on that thing.
God forbid someone send you a long whisper.
Tikal says that just looks painful. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
It absolutely
does.
I
want to try it.
Yeah, on a rating of how much I like this Reddit post, 1 being not at all, 10 being amazing, I think I got to give this one an 8. I think I got to give Cragwolf about an 8. I kind of love this. But it does
get it working on it.
It does hurt a little bit to look at. It does hurt a little bit.
I would use it for gathering and crafting. That's about it.
No, well, I mean, whatever you can gather in 15 minutes, because that's about all you're gonna get.
Yeah, the battery. Yeah.
What do you give it, Tark, on the 1 to 10 meter there?
I'll give it a 7.
Flynn?
Yeah, 7 sounds right.
All right, we're all in the same.
It's more impressive that gentleman that plays the game with different themed instruments and stuff.
Oh, Super Louie.
Yeah, Super Louie.
When he makes controllers for all kinds of things, yeah.
Different jobs.
His Pictomancer one was really cool.
10 for the sheer insanity. This is one of those things that I love when companies do. And again, I can't 100% say this is valid, right? I am getting it off of Reddit. So there is always the opportunity for me to be looking at something that is fake. I don't think this is. There's some flags in this that scream real to me just from communications I've had with Square Enix over the years. But this comes from Fluffy Water Cow, who presumably sent Square Enix something, a letter, pictures, or whatever, talking about their baby shower, having a baby shower, and presumably some type of love for Final Fantasy XIV. Maybe there was some theming going on. The way Fluffy Water Cow says, we recently had our first child, and his middle name is Alphino. Thought it'd be funny to write a letter to Square and thank them for the awesome time and friends we've made from Final Fantasy XIV, and of course tell them that of our newest edition and future player. If anyone from Square Enix by chance reads this, thank you guys. You made our whole week, because they replied with this letter, a sticker saying I survived the Eureka Challenge, and 2 60-day Final Fantasy XIV time cards, thanking them for taking the time to write. We're so happy to hear about your baby shower. Congrats on the new addition to your adventuring party. It's amazing to read about your love for Final Fantasy XIV and how the game has touched your heart. Additionally, we're happy to hear that the game has given you so much joy. As a token of our appreciation, we would like to send you a small thank you to express our gratitude. And they continue to go on. But I love these types of small things that companies can do. So assuming that it's real, it's incredibly wholesome. I got to give it 10 out of 10 for Founded on Reddit. Flynn?
Yeah, easily. And it inspired what I ended up adding to this.
Tetro says, pretty surprising, not going to lie. That's a little wholesome. Yeah. I mean, I hope it's real. I've known Square Enix to do things like this in the past, and now they'll probably get inundated with letters. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're just going to get bombed.
A letter. Like, what is this? The Dark Ages. I love getting letters still. I mean, it's been an awful long time, but I love getting letters.
I mean,
Tark, what do you give this one? This is a 10 for you too?
First off, Gen Alpha doesn't know what mail is, so like, we'll give them a what is mail? 10 out of 10. This is absolutely super awesome. It doesn't really, it's a drop in the bucket for a couple 60-day cards, and you brighten someone's day, and they spread the message to everyone else that, hey, this company's awesome. I wish that sticker was a patch. That would have been sick. Otherwise, yeah, it's awesome.
Very cool. The last one I brought was the following, and this is more glamour related. Get that on the screen here. This one comes from Ofana-chan on Reddit saying, the Mystery Gang Halloween costume. Our free company had a Halloween event today. Halloween tomorrow. Happy Halloween to everybody. I can't wait to dress up and pass out candy. You guys know how much I love Halloween. So I got a bunch of friends to do this group costume with me, and we have Scooby and Gang, and that just kind of looks tremendous. Love it. Yeah. I'm going to give it a 7. I'll give it an 8. I'm just generally not a Scooby-Doo guy. I don't have anything against Scooby-Doo, but it's super cute. I do like this one.
I do want to know what the Scooby snacks are that they're eating.
That's none of your business, and stay out of their personal affairs. Okay, Flynn, I did get the image for yours, Tark. When I checked, you hadn't put one there yet, so I didn't grab the image there. But Flynn, what do you got here? I got the image up for everybody.
So, inspired by that baby shower one, and it was mine and the wife's 10-year wedding anniversary this year, so that was sort of in my mind. This is a continuation of a story from 2 years ago where a couple got engaged at FanFest, and they decided to have an IRL ceremony of eternal bonding. And as you can tell, Final Fantasy XIV themed everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Like, look, their reception tables have the aetherite crystals in the middle.
Place markers with white mage,
the place marker. Yeah, that is not just a touch of Final Fantasy XIV. That is a 14-themed reception from top to bottom.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And they had little, like, coasters on the tables as well. It just looked really well done. Even from a non-video game perspective, it just looks kind of classy.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. Even if you don't play the game. If you have no idea what it is, you're just like, that's a pretty wedding centerpiece. Yeah. Tetro chat. These are some people I want to be friends with. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's awesome.
I agree. Credit where due, since we're passing out credit. That is from FMA Holly on Reddit. And then Tark, yours, you found one you wanted to talk about, but it's not like an image or something. So what's up here?
It's just something I wanted to, see from you guys, because it's a topical thing. Embarrassed Bowler put on Reddit, how long did it take you to feel like there's nothing to do? And I know that this game has so much content, but not everything is for everyone. Yeah. So I myself am picking through stuff that I thought I would never do. I started to do a Palace of the Dead solo run because you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a try. So I'm working on that. But have you guys gotten to the place, like, Mike, I know you've had some issues where you've do your dailies and then you're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm just doing my crafting dailies, and I'm rank 7, just getting to Bloodsworn. So, in whatever it is, I haven't mapped it out, but 4 days, 5 days, or whatever, I'll be at max rep, and so I won't have to do those anymore. And yeah, I don't think 14 has ever gotten to the I don't have anything to do, and I've certainly been there with many MMOs. And to your point, it's not that there isn't stuff to do. It's just the stuff that's there is stuff I don't feel like doing, or doesn't interest me, or isn't part of my play style, or whatever. And I pay my own sub, so I'm gonna do what I want. 14 has never. I wouldn't say it's ever gotten there where I would say it feels like there's nothing to do, because I've always kind of treated 14 as that game that I'm constantly subbed to. If there's something in there that I want to do, I'm gonna go in and do it. And if it takes me a day, I'm gonna go in and farm the fates I need for the stupid multicolored gems to get the last few minions that I don't have from those, the bicolored gems. I'm gonna do that. I just don't feel like doing it right now. I'm having fun in World of Warcraft Legion Remix, and I'd rather do that than sitting there farming fates. And so I'll get to it. It's just not right now. So because it has never really been, while it's always been my main MMO since it came out, it's never been the singular MMO I've played since it came out. I don't think I've ever really hit that bar. Now, if I wasn't involved in this or MMO Bomb or just playing lots of MMOs casually anyway, I'm sure I would have, because I don't PvP and I don't want to do that stuff to get those minions and things like that. And so there's, there's no MSQ for me to do, so I'm done. I feel like I'm all taken up. I don't think I've personally ever gotten there with 14, but it's because of the way I treat the game and have since I would say Heaven's Word, actually, because A Realm Reborn was an all day every day for a while thing, right? For a while.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Flynn?
Yeah, very much in the same vein as you. I'm not at a point where I say I've got nothing to do. It's more a case of I want to play some other stuff right now, but I've got more long-term goals. Yeah. Whether it's current Relic or, the things I've organized with friends to come on and play. Otherwise, I can just relax, play whatever I'm feeling and not feeling like, you know what, let's just spend a week grinding out this one silly thing for the sake of just playing.
Yeah.
So this expansion so far for me is very much that I'm just relaxing with it. It's my summer vacation expansion.
Yeah, I will say that this particular expansion is the one where I've probably spent the most time out of game than previous expansions, if that's any indication of anything, Tark, is that this is definitely an expansion where I've been playing other stuff and dabbling in 14 more than any previous expansion.
And I would say for me, this is the expansion that I played the most, because the content has been so good. I know that there's a big downer on the MSQ, but I've had so much fun with the content, but I've been blowing the content up by going at it hard. Like I finished Fork Tower. I'm like, okay, that's done. And I blew up Monster Hunter crossover in a week. I'm like, okay, well, that's done. So I've afforded myself extra time to do other stuff, but I've been doing the content, getting after it. So,
yeah, I think a lot of that, Tark, comes back to something you and I have talked about for a long time and on this show, is that while we love the dungeons, we love the trials, Dawntrail's had some really, really great content. And let's set aside anybody's feelings on the MSQ, because most of us are just kind of lukewarm on it, but there's some true detractors when it comes to the MSQ as well. While the content's been enjoyable, I think it still circles back to that problem we keep talking about. There's not a decent enough reward cycle to want to keep doing these things after you've done them once, twice, sometimes 3 times. Things like the Monster Hunter stuff, where you might have to clear it 6 times to get all the rewards you want. Yeah, exactly. But it's just the reward loop doesn't entice you to do it more. And maybe that's a good thing, because then you can feel like, hey, I'm done with that. I can move on to something else. But maybe that's a bad thing for some of those MMO players that they want to go in there and they want to grind this because there's stuff to get and they want to go get this. And even if it means doing that fight 40 times, Flynn, at the end, I'm going to have that title that nobody else has, or I'm going to have that mount that very few people have, et cetera, et cetera. And Final Fantasy isn't great on that, on the rewards aspect of things in a lot of ways.
Oh, definitely. Even with titles now, a lot of them just feel lazy. It's like they've removed anything grindy for the most part outside of Deep Dungeon. Because can you remember back in the day, you'd get your expansion for gathering and crafting, and it would require thousands of gathers or crafts because there was so many individual little pieces of titles that would go into a bigger title before you got to the title itself.
Yeah. I mean, Square hasn't actually been great on finding that balance, right? They've either made things to the point where like there is no grind for this at all. Just get some tomestones, get a free relic. Or there's the other side of it where you're like, oh my God, could an Atma just fucking drop at this point? For God's sake. Right. Like they just kind of like hit both sides of it. Whenever they find that middle sweet spot where Tark, you're kind of like, there's a little bit of a grind, but okay, fine. All right, I finished it. Okay, it wasn't that bad. A little bit of a grind wasn't that. When they find that sweet spot, I don't know when it'll be, but when they do, look out.
I've actually liked the 2 steps of this current relic.
Yeah.
I felt that there was some good grind and there was options. But like once you've done that part, then it's tomestones. I'm like, you know what? That's fair. Okay.
But why couldn't
we did the grind once?
Why couldn't we repeat the grind but lower it for certain weapons so you can dual task more weapons?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a very it's funny because it's not an alt-centric game, but it kind of is, right?
Yeah.
It's not built for being alt-centric and encouraging you to roll multiple characters, but it does want you to level multiple classes. But because it's all on one character, you have some like arbitrary limitations that make it really frustrating sometimes. The most obvious of which is like the tombstone cap, right? Well, yeah, inventory might be a little more obvious than the tombstone cap. But yeah, you're right, Tark. Hey, let's cover some miscellaneous Square Enix items before we call it a day here. Let's start with Final Fantasy VII, the third part of it. Now, there was a little bit of back and forth this past week and a half with some interviews coming out of the team because there may have been, I don't know, Hamaguchi-san may have given people the impression that there was some content being cut from Remake Part 3. Because of previous statements about Part 2's pacing. Now, what the original comments were, that was talking to Video Game Chronicle, Hamaguchi said, just to explain, the original question I was asked, they said that there are some people who played Rebirth, the second game in the series, and that they felt that because we've added in new story content, which wasn't in the original Final Fantasy VII, to them it felt like the story was being stretched out. So they asked whether we're considering doing anything related to that in the third game. To be specific, they were talking about pacing, increasing the pace. He continued by saying, I feel that the pacing, the content, and the balance in Rebirth is exactly as I wanted it. I personally don't feel it's been stretched out. It doesn't feel unnecessarily long. To me, I think I got that right, and I think a lot of people would agree with me. But he explained that while he was looking at pacing, that the story developments move forward in a fairly speedy manner, and with the right pace essentially rather than feeling slow and drawn out, his comments may have been misconstrued here by people, and they may have said, oh, that means they're going to cut down the volume and they're going to remove story content in the third one. It's going to be a shorter game. They're going to cut it down. And he wants to be clear that that's not what he's saying at all, Tark. It's about making sure the pacing feels right. It's not about cutting out content. It's making sure that it feels right. The speed that the story progresses feels right. And it's fairly quick and feels like you can get through it at a reasonable pace, but it has to feel right. So that's what I mainly intended to say there. I think this is a pretty decent, hey, let me go address this clarification that they could have just not said anything about or released a generic, we're not cutting anything, it's fine. I actually really like that there was some thought put into the reply here.
I agree. I appreciate a little bit of nuance to the reply. It seems like it could be easy just to like you guys are wrong. Everything's fine. There's nothing to see here. And honestly, I kind of trust them on executing their vision for what this trilogy is supposed to be. I'm curious about what kind of way they're going to go. I don't know if it's going to be like a big open world thing, kind of like Rebirth was. I just need to see something from it. I feel like it's going to be coming soon. Yeah, I need to see. Give us the third game. Give me a name.
Flynn, I think there's something cool about, just the idea of, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. If you felt the pacing was too slow or a little bit of filler in 2, sorry you feel that way, bro. I feel like it's exactly the way I wanted it.
Execute your vision.
That's what you kind of want, is a developer to go, this is my vision, this is what I want to make. It's why Expedition 33 is so beloved, because it's their vision compared to the franchises where it's all about the shareholders. So, yeah, I can see how his comments got misconstrued. Translations from Japanese to English can definitely do that as well.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
So, yeah, and we all know Rebirth, it was an experiment for them for their pacing anyway, so they're obviously already working on feedback they had back then to put into part 3. So as long as, like I've said previously, Chadley is gone, it should be a good time.
As long as you cut Chadley, that's fine.
Yeah.
And we do know that news on 7 Part 3 is coming in the not too far future. And that doesn't mean the game's coming out, in a few months or anything like that. We've still got some time for this. But if you kind of look at the entire timeline of the Part 7 remake, we are, from the development team's perspective, we are nearing the end of that timeline, right? There may be some DLC. They've talked about that too. But we are nearing the end of that. So it's kind of fair that we start wondering, what's this team going to do next? And there is a remake out there that we all, think is somewhere.
Oh,
possibly.
Yeah.
Well, there's another Hamaguchi-san. Yeah, there's another Hamaguchi-san interview reply that a lot of people are reading as the death knell for a Final Fantasy IX remake. Because it seems logical that this might be the team that takes on that project. But when asked about what are you going to do after this, Games Radar reports that Hamaguchi-san said, I can't say at this point what our next project, is going to be. Whether it's going to be a completely new game, completely new IP, whether it's going to be something new within the Final Fantasy series, but I'm really looking forward to it. I think fans who've seen what our work has been in the remake series, the 3 games, will really look forward to this exciting new gameplay experience. What we work on after that, I'm very much looking forward to working on that myself as well. And I can't say I blame people for reading into this a little bit, because the word new is used in that quote an awfully lot, Tark, to kind of indicate, I don't know where we're going in a new. But yeah, I mean, is that the death knell for a 9 remake, or is it just really the death knell for, hey, we're still doing a 9 remake, it's just not going to be done by the 7 remake team?
Yeah, if the 9 remake's happening, if it's being done by another team, it's got to be in development. I mean, the talk about it's been, God, it feels like it's been 10 years, but it's only been 5. So it feels like a decade. I feel so old because so far away. But you're not going to have this team that's still working on 7 remake, then jump down into 9 remake, and then what? That's going to be another 5 years after that. Another team's working on it, so I don't. I'm excited for something new, but if it's new, then it can't be 9 because that's not new. So new.
Kyle says doesn't want that team on 7. They didn't make a 7 remake. They just remade 7, a new one. Flynn, I kind of agree with Tark, right? Where I kind of feel like Yeah, I still think you're probably working on something 9 related. If it's a full remake or, just a remaster, I feel like you're working on something, but it wouldn't be this team.
No,
or
definitely
if it was going to be this team, it would be transferred to this team. Like some other team is doing stuff now and then transferred to this team. This quote kind of shoots that down for me if I'm looking at it because, okay, well, they're not going to be starting something new. But I still think that they're working on something. I don't know if it's a full remake at this point.
Yeah, for this specific team, I think with all the new, that means pre-production of anything because they have to do this. They've got a core team that they want to keep as a complete team, so that means they're not working on other stuff because they won't have time. As we saw with 16, they had to pull in other people just to finish it. So if these guys could work on other stuff, then I'd be more worried about how Part 3 is shaping up. And with how long ago the 9 leak happened and everything we heard that it's been working on, it has to be a separate team.
Just give them 17.
Or brand new IP.
Just give them 17.
17.
Leave Yoshi P alone. Give him 17. Let's go. By the way, if you are planning to play Rebirth on Switch 2 when it comes out, Hamaguchi-san does promise that, hey, you are going to have the performance you're looking for. In fact, says Switch 2 owners are going to get a version that is just as satisfying and just as high quality as the first game, if not higher. Let's go for the higher. I'm just saying, let's aim for the higher. Let's aim for the higher. If single player Yoshi P can stay away. Exactly. Like, if 17 is an MMO, sure. 17's not an MMO. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Just like Yoshi P have his Final Fantasy Diablo experience.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does want and any future MMOs to not be mainline numbers. Like, he understands why they want them there to sell, but then also thinks it's dumb that we're still talking about Final Fantasy XIV over a decade later.
Yeah.
Or 11.
And using the 14 and 11 monikers. Yeah, or 11. Hey, man, you leave my 11 alone.
I am. It's doing well. We just talked about it last week.
Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD remaster, 2D, HD, double D, whatever, is now out in the wild today. Early reviews are looking good, guys. Did either of you pick it up?
I have not yet. My buddy did get his 2 days early, so he's being very happy about that.
Oh, I did not get it.
Did you forget that it came out today?
I did forget it came out today. Well, I know what I'm going to purchase this weekend. Let's go.
Yeah, early reviews are good, coming in at 8s and 9s across the board. Some people hailing it as the reason to play Dragon Quest. Now, I should note, though, that there is a stipulation on the official site on guidelines for streaming or posting videos. There is an item in there where Square Enix is asking players to please refrain from live streaming a very specific portion. Please refrain from live streaming or posting videos or images of gameplay after the second credits roll of Dragon Quest II until November 29th. They want you to wait a month.
That's a ways ago. That's a ways away.
They want you to wait a month before you post any images or gameplay video of anything happening after the second credits roll of Dragon Quest II. So, I mean, right? Like, that's like, hey, we got a surprise in here for you, people.
Yeah.
Does it allow you to download the Dragon Quest XII demo?
No.
I mean, that would be sick if it was 12.
Or a trailer, they've hidden this kind of stuff in Square Enix games before now.
Well, I mean, if it was something like that, I feel like we'd have news articles about it. Like,
news
people wouldn't,
or Reddit would.
Yeah, we probably
right. People wouldn't post the video or anything, but yeah, it would be spoiled. So it does make you kind of wonder, as a Dragon Quest 1 or 2 player, if you are familiar with the originals, what might be waiting for you on the back end of the second credits roll. Speaking of Dragon Quest XII, by the way, it has been 4 years since that game was officially announced the first time. 4 years. And really, the only thing we have since then...
Since the trademark update?
Yeah, since we had the logo update, we had an interview where they talked a little bit about it being a hybrid combat system when asked whether it was turn-based or not, and then some conversation about it being darker in nature, whether that was theme or art style or writing or narrative or all of the above, we don't know. But it has been 4 years since Dragon Quest XII was announced, and Tark, that is all we know. It is still on the release schedule on Square Enix's site, but of course it is still in the to-be-announced category. It does not have a date, but it's still there, I guess, is good news.
Still there? I mean, I'm still curious what they're going to do from an art direction since we lost Toriyama.
Well, they still keep it. Look at DQ7 reimagined.
Yeah, I mean... He's such a fixture, though, with this series. Like, I just don't know. I'd love to hear anything about it. Like, can you just confirm that it's still in development? You know?
They did that in the last few months, I believe.
I mean, it does have big shoes to fill, right? 11 was so well received, and 11 is not my favorite in the series. I think that still goes to 8. But 11 is just like right behind it. But for many, 11 is their favorite, and so. Like, I understand wanting to take your time and get this right, but if you even remotely thought that 4 years from now we would still only have those 3 pieces of information that I just detailed in 30 seconds or less, like, then something is wrong, or you announced way too early, like unbelievably too early.
Yep.
A, they announced too early, and B, their expectations are set too high.
Oh, yeah, but naturally,
it's just another instance of Versus 13 in the Fabula Nova Crystallis trilogy.
If you do want to buy something else Dragon Quest related, though, here's a collaboration that I think actually looks cool. We've got Dragon Quest collaborating with Under Armour with t-shirts, sweatshirts, that type of gear. So here's the Gollum getting in some Arms Day with the Under Armour logo. And then we've got our slime friend here, Train Hard. Love it. I really like the slime one. I love that he's got like barbells and shit in front of him. And that one of the kettlebells is a slime too. I don't know. I'm a sucker for stupid stuff.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
As long as it's not makeup, I guess. Everything else I'm fine with.
Let's give them manly stuff.
This makeup collaboration's dumb. Give me a Dragon Quest Under Armour shirt, though. I'll take 2. There's more available on the official crossover site if you want to check those out as well. All right, before we leave today, last thing. I put... Did either of you cheat?
No.
Neither of you cheated. You promise.
Yep.
Oh, I have one more image here. What was it? Oh, yeah, we're going to get to that. Okay. So I have... That's for the very last thing. I saw 2 articles. One was from like a week or so ago. One was from a couple of months ago, but we didn't cover it, and it was kind of one of those evergreen pieces anyway. And so I dragged it into this show because it kind of goes with the first link here. Screen Rant posted their 10 greatest Square Enix games of all time. And so this is one of those platform agnostic, era agnostic lists, right? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's no limitation to it as well. So they gave their top 10 Square Enix games of all time. And I want to see how many the two of you collectively as a team can guess are on the list. You don't have to guess their positions. I'll tell you their positions if you guess them. But I want to see if you guys can get them. And if there's a game that you feel shouldn't be here or one that's notably missing. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So, Tark, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay.
What Square Enix game do you think is somewhere on the list?
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger is on the list at number 1. Screen Rant called it Square Enix's magnum opus. And I think most people would agree with you. Most people would
It's
agree with you.
yeah.
I don't think you're going to get too many complaints at it being number one.
Yeah.
They're counting plain Square, obviously, because Chrono Trigger is on the list here. So go ahead, Flynn. You're up.
Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X is not on the list at all.
I know we've had lists where they choose different numbers instead of just the classics.
Tark?
Back to me.
Yeah, just go back and forth. Yes, that is on the list. Do you want to be more specific, or do you just want me to tell you?
Oh, as far as place, I'm gonna say 5.
Okay. You are really close. It is 4th.
Right.
It's 4th.
All right.
Automata comes in 4th. Flynn, what do you got?
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts, and you're going specifically with number 2. 1, 2, 3. They're not numbered. Are there only 9 on this list? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Damn, you scream out, you
5,
can't count.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, there's 10. Kingdom Hearts is on the list, so I'll give it to you. Not number 2, it's the original Kingdom Hearts, which I think is fair. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2 might be the better game in the series, but I think if you're looking at, like, you know,
classic.
masterpieces that change the way Square does things or the way we see games, I think it's fair to put Kingdom Hearts, the original, on the list over 2. Go ahead, Tark. So you guys have found 3 of them.
Final Fantasy VII.
And you only have 1 miss. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is on there. It is number 2, right behind Chrono Trigger. And that is the original. Go ahead, Flynn.
Vagrant Story.
Wow, you're reaching, brother.
Ooh, yeah, that's a reach.
That hits me right in the artistic feels, because that game is a work of art as far as I am concerned.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you, but like, as far as commercially, like from Screen Rant, they're not picking.
It's nowhere on the list.
You never know.
It's nowhere on the list. Tark, go ahead.
Let's go Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics.
Final Fantasy Tactics is on here. Absolutely. Yeah, it is
6?
10. It's 8. 8.
Okay.
Next time, number these, Screen Rant. I have to keep scrolling and counting. Go ahead, Flynn. So we've only got 2 misses so far.
Let's go classic FF7 then.
Oh, we already did FF7. Yeah, it's number 2.
did.
Yeah, it's number 2. We've got Chrono Trigger at number 1, FF7 at number 2, Nier Automata at 4, Kingdom Hearts at 5, Tactics at 8. And that's all we have. We are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're halfway there, and we have 2 misses.
FF6 then.
Oh, this is gonna pain. This is gonna pain you, Tark.
This is
really gonna.
It should be on there because it's my favorite. I think it's my favorite.
It is not on the list at all. And I will tell you that the first comment is failure to include Final. And this is the highest rated comment. Failure to include Final Fantasy VI is criminal. I give this list a huge thumbs down. And then the reply from the author is, fantastic game. I was sticking to only 1 mainline Final Fantasy to stop it from being a best of Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest games list, and 7 edges it all out for me. To which I say, then you should have put that qualifier that it was only going to be 1 per series in the description, your intro to the piece. But
yep. Absolutely.
To this quiz, Mike. Come on now.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was added after the fact, but it does call out there, for the sake of variety, this, and to avoid this being simply half Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest games. So
yeah.
But I don't know if that was added later or if the original commenter just didn't read it. So go ahead, Flynn. Or no, Tark. Sorry.
Yeah. Man,
I'm gonna give you each one more guess, and then we'll finish it off here.
Trying to decide between Dragon Quest XI or Dragon Quest VII.
All right, I will help you. Okay. One of those is on the list.
Okay.
One of those is on the list.
Man, that's hard.
And if placement helps, it's considered by Screen Rant to be the third best Square Enix game of all time.
My God. I'm going to go with Dragon Quest VII then.
It's 11.
I thought it would be 11.
I mean, 11 is awesome. And
all right, so you guys got number 1 at Chrono Trigger, number 2 at Final Fantasy, 3 at Dragon Quest XI, 4 at Nier, 5 at Kingdom Hearts. You are missing number 6 and 7. You have number 8 at Tactics. You are missing 9 and 10. So you still have 4 possible hits, Flynn, to finish this game.
Oh, my brain just was going, another hit. That's definitely not on the list.
You should definitely choose Forspoken.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Babylon's Fall.
Voice of Cards.
What do you got, Flynn?
I can't remember if this is actually kind of just Square Enix publishing and won't be on the list. Star Ocean 2.
No, Star Ocean's not on there. The ones you're missing are Trials of Mana.
I was gonna say they gotta pick a Mana game.
Xenogears.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. God.
Octopath Traveler 2.
Yeah. Okay.
And The World Ends With You.
Ooh. That's deep. I feel that's a deep cut.
Yeah. I feel like that's a take. I feel like that. I'm not taking anything away. It is a great game, but I don't know best of all time. And then I just thought
Tomb Raider to be on that list.
I just thought I'd throw this on here again. This one's was published back in August, so it's a couple months old. But I always had it as like a backup thing, and I figured I'd just throw it in here because looking at the opposite side of this, DualShockers did an 11 most disappointing Square Enix game cancellations, so things that never came out. And I'm not going to make you guys guess these or anything, but some of them I feel like are dead giveaways. But number 1 actually surprised me. It was Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to
guess. I mean, I'm just amazed that it was number 1. Like it's up there for me, but I don't know if it's number 1 because number 2 is Chrono Break, which I thought would have been number 1. So yeah, little weird. Number 3 was Xenogears 2. 4 was Final Fantasy Type Next. How? Like Type 0 was just okay. Fortress was 5. Seiken Densetsu, The Emergence of Excalibur was 6. And I think a lot of Square Enix fans might be hard-pressed to remember that. This is the other one, Ambrosia Odyssey. This was actually supposed that if you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and look it up because this was supposed to be the next thing in Play Online behind Final Fantasy XI. So unfortunately, we never got to see it. But look up Ambrosia Odyssey if you don't know, and think PS2 Final Fantasy XI era. Obviously, Final Fantasy Tactics 2, Project Prelude Rune, Chocobo Racing 3D. Yeah, because unfortunately we ended up with the Chocobo Racing we did get many years later. And then Gun Loco as well. So those are the 11 most disappointing. And it is pretty dope, speaking of Chrono Trigger, that Chrono Trigger fans are going to have a concert series to look forward to. Or a concert album, to look forward to. The orchestral arrangement album for Chrono Trigger is announced for release, comes out in January, and it's all the music performed at the 30th anniversary concert, Chrono Trigger Orchestra Concert, Melodies Transcending Time. So that'll be available for purchase in the middle of January. And I love that album cover. Cover. Let's head over and do Love It or Leave It. Love It or Leave It is the way we end every episode of the Relic Grind here. It's where I give you something Square Enix related. Could be a game, a feature in a game, a press release, something they did or said, or even just tangentially related to Square Enix. And you tell me whether you love it, want more of it, or leave it, cast it aside, never to be seen again. No fence sitting here. And I feel like it's kind of an obvious one, but I think all three of us on the topic may not have really tipped our thoughts the way we do sometimes.
Yeah.
So if you had to love it or leave it, Flynn, the cost of the U.S. FanFest tickets. We'll pretend you lived in the U.S. and you were considering. Love it or leave it?
Leave it.
And you can't just say, "Hey, leave it," because it's I don't want to spend money.
For me,
if you want to leave it, it's because you think if you want to leave it, it's because you think they priced it wrong. Go ahead.
For my circumstances, what I'm basing the pricing off, it's like if I go to something like this, I'd have to bring the wife. So those tickets double instantly for me to even consider going.
600
so it's like,
bones
$2,000 before hotels and everything. Yeah, a bit pricey for me.
600 before any travel. All right, so leave it there. What do you got, Tark?
I'm gonna leave it while I'm gonna pick up a ticket or two if I get selected. I feel like that might be pricing out people that aren't as hardcore that would love to go. I understand, the costs are increasing, different venue, it's California, but I just think it's a little much. I'm going to be shelling out because I'm that type of person. But yeah, I don't like it. So I'm going to leave it.
I'm going to love it, actually, because I think there's a world where that they would have announced $299 and I would have said, that's a little high, but I get it. And so I think for $249 before taxes and fees, right? Both of those price points will go up after that. So I think at $249, while I don't want to spend extra money, I also don't feel like they're taking me for the ride that they probably could have tried to get away with and hidden behind, there's tariffs and travel's more expensive and the booking's more expensive and inflation and blah, blah, blah. I feel like they could have corporate overlorded it probably to $299 and people would have complained like they are now and would have complained more. But I feel like they didn't. This feels like it sucks. I don't like it. I don't want to pay the extra money, but I feel like it could have been worse. So I'm going to go with love it on that one.
It'll be $299 next time.
Yeah. Now watch. Yeah, next year it'll be $300 and all of a sudden I'll get some emails from people who aren't very happy. That's going to do it for today's show. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching. We'll be back next Thursday with another episode of the Relic Grind. And of course, Tuesday nights, we have the Gaming Gumbo weekly gaming wrap-up podcast where last Tuesday, if you missed that episode 2 days ago, check it out on ReadyCheckRadio.com or on YouTube, where we talk about the death of New World and how Amazon just cooked the shit out of that MMO. Until next time, Flynn, where can everybody find you, my friend?
You can find me on X at Flynn_Lawlight. I will be back to streaming this week, playing the spiritual successor to Xenogears and Xenoblade Chronicles 1.
Ooh.
Tark.
Twitch and Twitter, all at Tarkov Gaming. Playing Final Fantasy XIV most of the time, smattering of tactics and other things. And then you can find me here on Radio Check Radio Saturday nights, the finale of Final Fantasy V this weekend. Let's go.
I'm Mike Byrne. You can follow me right there at Magic Man 1, but more importantly, follow at RC Radio so you'll know every time we're going live with a podcast, a stream like Tark Stream, some Final Fantasy trading card game live locals on Monday nights, and a whole lot more. Stay tuned. Locals this Monday includes an FFTCG spoiler. Stay safe. We'll see you on the servers.